The Bridge of Sighs by Thomas Hood. Read for LibriVox.org. Drowned, drowned. Hamlet. One more unfortunate, weary of breath, rashly importunate, gone to her death. Take her up tenderly, lift her with care, fashioned so slenderly, young and so fair. Look at her garments, clinging like cerements, whilst the wave constantly drips from her clothing. Take her up instantly, loving, not loathing. Touch her not scornfully, think of her mournfully, gently and humanly. Not of the stains of her, all that remains of her now is pure womanly. Make no deep scrutiny into her mutiny, rash and undutiful, past all dishonor. Death has left on her only the beautiful. Still, for all slips of hers, one of Eve's family, wipe those poor lips of hers, oozing so clammily. Loop up her tresses, escaped from the comb, her fair auburn tresses, whilst wonderment guesses where was her home. Who was her father? Who was her mother? Had she a sister? Had she a brother? Or was there a dearer one still, and a nearer one yet than all other? Alas, for the rarity of Christian charity under the sun! Oh, it was pitiful! Near a whole cityful, home she had none. Sisterly, brotherly, fatherly, motherly feelings had changed, love by harsh evidence thrown from its eminence, even God's providence seeming estranged. Where the lamps quiver so far in the river, with many a light, from window and casement, from garret to basement, she stood with amazement, houseless by night. The bleak wind of March made her tremble and shiver, but not the dark arch or the black flowing river. Mad from life's history, glad to death's mystery, swift to be hurled anywhere, anywhere, out of the world. In she plunged boldly, no matter how coldly the rough river ran. Over the brink of it, picture it, think of it, dissolute man. Lave in it, drink of it, then, if you can, take her up tenderly, lift her with care. Fashioned so slenderly, young and so fair, ere her limbs frigidly stiffen too rigidly, decently, kindly, smooth and compose them, and her eyes close them, staring so blindly, dreadfully staring through muddy impurity, as when with the daring last look of despairing, fixed on futurity, perishing gloomily, spurred by contumely, cold inhumanity, burning insanity, into her rest, cross her hands humbly, as if praying dumbly over her breast, owning her weakness, her evil behavior, and leaving with meekness her sins to her Savior.
The Deathbed by Thomas Hood. Read for LibriVox.org by Leanne Howlett. We watched her breathing through the night, her breathing soft and low, as in her breasts the wave of life kept heaving to and fro. So silently we seemed to speak, so slowly moved about, as we had lent her half our powers to eke her living out. Our very hopes belied our fears our hopes belied. We thought her dying when she slept, and sleeping when she died. For when the morn came dim and sad and chill with early showers, her quiet eyelids closed. She had another morn than ours.
Past and Present by Thomas Hood. I remember. The house where I was born. The little window where the sun came peeping in at morn. He never came a wink too soon, nor brought too long a day. But now I often wish the night had borne my breath away. I remember. The roses red and white, the violets and the lily cups, those flowers made of light, the lilacs where the robin built, and where my brother sat, the laburnum on his birthday. The tree is living yet. I remember, where I was used to swing, and thought the air must rush as fresh to swallows on the wing. My spirit flew in feathers then, that is so heavy now, and summer pools could hardly cool the fever on my brow. I remember, the fir trees dark and high. I used to think their slender tops were close against the sky. It was a childish ignorance, but now 'tis little joy to know I'm farther off from heaven than when I was a boy.